You are listening to WPHM Digital Broadcasting. The best in paranormal talk radio.
Paranormal Pride. We will visit only with the best investigators, location owners, demonologists, researchers, inventors, authors, mediums, psychics, and enthusiasts. Anyone with a love or interest in the paranormal, the supernatural, or the unexplained will be meeting here on Mondays at 8 p.m., 7 Central. Welcome to the Paranormal Pride. I'm your host, Denise Pridemore. I hope everybody's having a great night. I want to thank Chuck Banks for being my guest tonight. I am so grateful that he's here. But before we get started, I want everybody to, say a little prayer for those out there that are in need and take a moment of silence there for George H.W. Bush, who passed on Friday night. He's a good man, and he'll be missed. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about all the things out there. You know, people come and people go, and there's many people out there we're all going to miss. So, we'll hope that everything will be good for everyone else. So. Chuck is a really good friend of mine. He is a medium and an author and a coach of all kinds of things. Okay. He's a coach for football, basketball, and a friend coach. So he's also a healer. He's a father and a husband. He's got all kinds of things there in his background. So welcome, Chuck. I'm glad you're here.
Hey, I'm excited. Excited on your new format. I've been listening for the last couple of weeks, and it's very professional. It's a nice move.
I'm very glad that things turned out the way they did. So things are meant to be the way that they're meant to be. Absolutely.
And I also want to pay my respects to George H.W. Bush. He's a veteran. Great guy. Great guy.
Yeah, I agree. So, like I said, we're going to keep it non-political. It's just the way that it is, Yeah. Because I don't want anybody out there going, "Hey, she's being political." I'm not being political.
Oh man, and I did write the Butthurt Saga, but we won't get into that today.
Yes, you did write the Butthurt Saga, and that Ron really enjoyed that book. Like I said, we'd talked about this on a previous episode.
That was funny.
Ron goes, "Do you have anything I can read?" We were on our trip to Vegas that we do, and I pull out some books and I go, "I think you'll like this one the best." And it was the Butthurt Saga. And so that got him interested in your writing. So I think I have That's the Saga, the Butthurt book, the Midwest Paranormal, and the new one that I haven't gotten the new one yet, but that's coming, Peering into the Void.
Yes, Peering into the Void is going to be coming to you. I think I'm supposed to get the order here. This.
And that went to print just last week?
Yep, it actually went live about 7 days ago. I'm excited about it because it is somewhat different. This one's me kind of really stepping out of the closet and sharing, a lot of facets when it comes to, the beyond. Let's face it. We all like to explore, this great mystery that is life and what is beyond it? And, it kind of talks about, a lot of my roller coaster rides. And you and I have been friends long enough to know that I have a lot of roller coasters, when we talk about spiritually speaking. But this book really is about myself healing and giving back to the world.
And, and this year for you has been a major roller coaster, not the kiddie coaster. It's been the major coaster.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why I'm looking forward to this book very much so, to see how it turns out.
It's one of those things, Denise, that, I kind of ripped my soul out and I put it on paper with this one. And, it's quite a ride. Discussing these psychic dreams, something that we all like to interpret as our own dreams and different methods. And, the way I write is I always write with the frame of reference in mind that you're across the dinner table from me and we're discussing these topics. And, there's really no wrong answer when it comes to these things, because, when you look at psychic mediums out there, not every psychic medium is like a robot. I mean, we're all different. So this gives me an opportunity to kind of share, my insight into what lies beyond, peering into the void.
One of the things that recently somebody asked me to recommend them a medium. They'd never had a medium reading before. And one of the things that I thought was important was matching their personality to the medium. Do you find that that's important?
Absolutely. It's kind of like, the way that I see it. I mean, there are a lot of great psychic mediums out there, and not all mediums are gonna, are gonna trip your trigger, so to say. So I believe that there's, got to be a personality choice, and also the ability to open up, with a particular psychic medium, whether it be a healer, whether it be, trying to, just to discuss, spirit. And that's important. The only way that I can truly describe it is like when my daughter, she was a Division II catcher in softball. And I told her, I says, within the first 15 minutes, you're going to know whether or not you're going to be, you're going to be a good fit into this team. And or going out and getting a job. You just know. And yes, personality is huge when it comes to that.
I told Ron, I said, I think I could be a medium matcher.
Sure.
Because, when you know someone, a person who's looking for a medium, and you go, who would be the best fit for this person? Would this, would Chuck Banks be the best fit? Or would, Vanessa Hogel be a good fit? Or would Carissa Fleck or Carissa Hartley now be a good fit? Because there's certain people that fit better with, when the person who's asking, you go, I think that this square peg fits in this square hole better than this round hole.
Oh, absolutely.
And apparently I did really well on matching these people. So what kind of, when people come to you for readings, what is there a certain type of person that comes to you for a reading?
I do get all kinds. I tend to get more females than males, and I don't quite understand that because, it is what it is. But, for whatever reason, I get quite a mix from all socioeconomic statuses, varying different personalities. But I will tell you that in my healing sessions, I tend to get darker energies, if that makes any sense. Or if someone's having an issue, because I work with several different paranormal investigations, throughout the United States, where they'll reach out to me, and if I can't help them, I'll give them a psychic medium that can. I would say that 90% of what I do in the healing world is these darker energies.
Why is that?
I don't know. If people that have read Death to Saga, they see this guy, this normal, average, everyday Joe that went through hell and back, from a teenager, all the way into adulthood, fighting this stuff, being in the front lines with this stuff all the time. And, I guess it's me sharing those experiences. I'm not sure. I would much rather, though, Denise, talk to, somebody's great aunt Helen, what I'm saying, and talking about how she's upset because, you fixed your hair a certain way, or you didn't cook the blueberry pie the right way. I would much rather do that. But you know what? I'm good with it because I truly have let God lead the way. And that my friend, is the healing that's really transpired, I would say over the last 3 or 4 months, because man, I have went from the darkest crevices of a personal hell to such a great feeling. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do. Because I think that your darkness started about the time that we saw you.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember talking to you, and I could see there was pain in your eyes. But of course, you don't tell somebody at a truck stop.
Yeah.
I know that sounds odd.
Hey, Chuck, you're going to run into a demon this weekend, you crazy loon.
But again, you don't tell somebody at a truck stop that they've got pain in their eyes, and things like that. But I saw over the last few months, I saw the change in you, the focus. Your focus has changed on the paranormal to spiritual.
Yeah.
Completely spiritual, as opposed to paranormal with spiritual mixed in. It seems to be more all spiritual now, with a little sprinkling of paranormal.
Yeah,
you're correct.
Yes, I do this this little podcast video thing. I do it once a week, and it's enough when it comes to the paranormal itself. And it's a 20 to 40 minute interview. I call it Interview with a Ghost Hunter, and it's been a lot of fun. And I'm going to be adding Interview with a Psychic Medium under that same format within the next few months. And this is the first time that anyone's heard that. And it just gives me just a little bit of time to discuss, things that I'm, because I still love, these stories, these stories from each person, and each person has a different story to tell. So I love that. But I truly love, in like with myself, I call it, my higher self, my connection with God, my connection with Mother Earth and my spirit. And, since I've truly found God again, Denise, I am just, I can't even explain how exciting my life has become again.
And like I said, that's where I'm seeing the change is in your face. I mean, yeah, your posts are different, but you can't read. I mean, yes, you can read a post. You can read between the lines in the post.
Yeah.
But it's you personally. Because what people don't know is Chuck posts on Facebook a lot.
Yeah.
You guys can see that a lot. Okay. Most of mine and Chuck's stuff is behind the scenes. Most of our stuff is more personal. We're texting. We're not instant messaging. We're not Facebooking. We're doing, we're talking, personally. So our relationship is a little bit different than Facebook. And that's how I like it. I would much rather say, when I say Chuck is my friend, Chuck is my friend.
Yes.
I'll send him a message randomly in the middle of the day asking how he is. And he'll do the same every once in a while. So it works out. So.
And, I find that I don't do it near enough. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, we harness a great friendship, and I appreciate that.
Well, real friendships, you can be away from somebody for quite a long time and pick right back up where you were the last time you saw them.
Absolutely.
And that's how our friendship is. In fact, that's how our friendship kind of started. We showed up at the